All right, going to the other side of the ball, Saints offense versus the Eagles defense. What are you keeping an eye on when you're watching this side of the ball?
Is someone going to make Clint Kubiak use his brain? Yeah, like that's what I keep coming back to. Because honestly, like to me, the run game stuff is more sustainable than the pass game stuff. Because through 2 weeks, I don't know what happened to Zimmer last week, but they just let them have the middle of the field like the entire game. And I feel like, especially once you get into, some of these offenses are really going to just spam like digs and crossers and routes that are got receivers flying across the middle of the field. Like it almost turned into a game of Madden where you are just like, okay, well, hey, if they're going to keep coming out in single high and like the DBs are playing outside leverage, why wouldn't I throw a million crossers across the field? Like, why not? Like it's free money. Like it's right there. So, and I know we've talked about this offline, but like Clint Kubiak in the passing game is not reinventing the wheel here. Like they just haven't been challenged really yet. And to his credit, he's not overthinking this. If you're just going to keep letting my receivers get wide open and catch the ball in stride across the field with no one in front of them to tackle them, well then yeah, I'm gonna keep calling that play. So I want to see if they can if they can, like, what does offense look like when teams start making plays on the ball? I don't know if the Eagles are that defense to like make that happen. Maybe Quinyon Mitchell can be that guy. The rest of them, I don't really know. But the run game stuff, I think is definitely repeatable. Like Fuaga's been pretty good in the run game. Their interior has been absolutely dynamite. Kamara looks juicy and healthy again. So I'm interested to see just what the pass game looks like, really, because to me that's just like someone's going to slow this down eventually, and then what's your counters off of that when you get there?
No, that's the best point. That's always the preferred game script against I would say a Shanahan offense, but a Kubiak offense, same thing. It's the same tree. But when you're watching you want to get them into passing downs. You want to get Derek Carr into passing downs because you also want to get this offensive line into passing downs when they don't have the training wheel. I should say training wheels, but the buffers of chip help, moving the pocket with play action, of getting the defensive line, the off-ball linebackers to move up with the play action or anything like that, shifting everything, getting all these guys going every which way. When you drop back, very much more straight, very much a pass rush that can just tee off on you if they feel that way. So that's it. They're not going to get those favorable game scripts. They're not going to play the Panthers in week 1 every week. They did get after the Cowboys, and you got to give them credit, but it was, not every screen's going to go 75 yards, and not every Rashid Shaheed's pretty damn good, but not every deep ball is going to get completed like that and go to the house. So everything you just said there is the problem with all of it, though. Can the Eagles' run defense even stop this run offense? Like, I want to say, oh, yeah, no, it's good. It's like, yeah, they're going to get him into passing downs. This defense is more talented. This is the worst run defense so far. It's extremely suspect. That's a mix of, we expected some of that, but it's a mix of, Fangio's going to do light boxes. Bryce Huff and Nolan Smith are setting the edge at a combined, quote unquote, setting the edge. Yeah, hanging out on the edge. So that's not ideal. The spine of the defense is still kind of shaky, against the run. Jordan Davis has had some nice moments early in the game. Kind of fades as the game goes along. Linebackers are still iffy. But that's the thing, is they're going to run a bunch of outside zone. Do we see a little, Fangio 6-1 defense in this game? See a little that faint, right? The Saints have only been in 11 personnel on a fifth of their snaps so far this season. Everybody else is like above 40%. Usually teams are about 60%. That's about the norm. But this is like, they haven't had to trot out 3 receivers. And so if they're going to try and play with a lot of fullbacks, either if it's Taysom Hill, a fullback, or the other guy, I think Fangio might try some of those 6-1 fronts. And what that is you have 6 guys across the board, and you're playing. What year was that? So that would have been 2018, when Fangio was a DC with with the Bears, and they just took the Rams to the woodshed. And then everyone copied it, because what 6-1 does, it's a good zone beater, zone run beater. Take away double teams, really just make it ugly. And then if you play quarters behind it, the safety's going to kind of fill the run from off of there. This is the ideal offense to run that against. So I'm curious if he gets to it. A little easier with those defensive players in Chicago than Bryce Huff on the outside.
Dude,
So we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But I'm curious if he brings it up because they have to do something to slow down the run. Like it just, I mean, teams are just having their way with them. I know it's 2 weeks, but kind of that's what I thought.
But I mean,
I thought that's what happened.
So far, Robert Saleh looks right on his assessment of Bryce Huff. Like, this can't be an every down player for us.
Yeah.
Sorry,
he's barely played. He's never gone over 40% of their snaps, I think, in his career.
He's damn near like edge for the Eagles right now.
Yeah.
And that's tough because
I love how you said Robert Saleh, not Joe Douglas.
I know who's in charge of some stuff, like,
right?
You know,
right.
I'm going to call it what it is, like, because there's a reason why he never got on the field, except for third down. But I was thinking in my head, I was like, you know, if I'm the Saints, like wherever I see Nolan Smith lined up, I'm like, we're flipping the run to that side, you know, because he thought he's not holding anyone up. And then I was like, wait, but that applies to Bryce Huff too. And at times it can apply to Josh Sweat too. And I'm just like, wait,
he goes rogue, man. He like shoots.
He changed number 19 and just lost everything. I don't know what the hell happened.
19's not a defensive
number.
number. No, that's a receiver or a bad quarterback. That's don't look at who wears number 19 for the Arizona Cardinals. All right, but what's your little prediction for this game? Not a little prediction. Give me a big prediction for this game. The Saints are favored by 3.
Saints are favored by 3. I'm gonna go 4 touchdowns for Alvin Kamara. Saints
wow, that's the big prediction.
That's the big prediction. 4 touchdowns for Alvin Kamara.
I don't think they slow down the run much. I have no feel like this. I do think the Saints take it home, but I don't know. This is a very much a proving ground game, I think, for everybody. Like all 4 units. Eagles offense, Eagles defense, Saints offense, Saints defense. So that's how I kind of want to just, look at this game and review it and just see how everybody goes about it, because they can really attack the weaknesses. I think I'm going to go with the Saints being at home, and just because I think their run game is going to be able to help control the game. We're going to keep them in that game. So yeah, I'm one that I'm pretty excited to watch, because I kind of like proving ground games a little bit. It's not a loser leaves town. It's a proving ground game. It's an eliminator match.